Well, students, we're going to keep working on your tessellations today. I would like you to carefully untape it so that it doesn't rip. So carefully take your tape off. I would like you to check and see which ones you still need to draw. So here I have all of these edges yet to draw. So I just want to point out a couple important things. This is the edge, and this is really just the ear. So as I'm working on it, I'm seeing that I need to get this line, I'll move it over so you can see, and then this line. And I see it here, and if you need to flip it over so you can see just how much of it to draw. Then I'm noticing these ones also have not been drawn, so it's really this line here and this part of the ear. And even that little edge of the eyebrow. So make sure that that continues here, and then we'll check this one. Let's see, so it starts here. And then that one. Those are probably the ones that students miss the most, are these edges where they move on to tracing it before they finish those out. So once you have that done, I would like you to trace it all out. Here I've traced a bunch of it already just to make this example go faster, but I would like you to trace out your lines. And then if you miss a line a little bit, you can always erase it. Erase the pencil, that is. And please make sure that every single one of these is the same. So if this elephant has 3 lines on the trunk, this one has 3, this one has 3, this one has 3. All the eyes are the same size, they're all in the same position. Everything is identical in your tessellation. When that's done, you can erase any of it out. If you have a bigger eraser, you can use that too to clean it up. Now it's important to know which ones we're coloring. If you color the wrong ones, then that can be frustrating because then you have to fix it. So I'm just gonna mark all of these with a pencil so that I know which ones to color. And we're gonna start off today with warm colors. We'll do the cool colors later. So the one that I'm gonna color first is this middle one. And I would like you to have 3 or 4 colors, because I'm going to call that like a color story. And since I'm working with warm colors, I've chosen 4 warm colors. I've got red, pink, orange, and yellow, and you can take any variety of those warm ones. Since this is one that I'm coloring, the one next to it I'm not. So you can just put a light mark on it like this, which is saying like, no, don't color me. So if it's color it, skip it. This one would be this one would be one that I color. I made a mistake there. So don't put an X on that one because that one's saying it's okay. So it's color, don't color, color. This would be the one that gets an X on it. Just saying no, don't color me. That's a color. This one's a not color. This one would be a color. So this one is a not color. So it's really like 4 of them that you're marking. If you see the ones I'm pointing to, these ones, the ones that I am coloring are these 2 on the top, 1 in the middle, 2 on the bottom. I'm not gonna even worry about the edges right now. Please don't color the ones that are going off the page. With this, I'm going to make my color story where I'm gonna outline this to color it carefully to use some shading. I'm gonna go around these edges, and then I'll shade this in a little lighter so that I can do some mixing eventually. We're not gonna mix yet, but I want you to have the opportunity to do that if you have extra time. And then I think I'm gonna have the ears match on that color. I'm just sticking with this one color for now. It'll take me less time instead of switching colors all the time. And so I'm gonna have these 2 ears match. Now I would not color the whole thing red. because then I wouldn't have any details. I wouldn't have my color story. So here, I'm gonna switch to my next color, which is gonna be doing these insides of these ears. I'm gonna do these with yellow. And then this one with yellow. And then I'm gonna do the trunk here, this part with orange. And then I'm gonna go with the lighter pink color for the head, okay? So that gives me 4 colors, that gives me good detail. And then once I've gone around this, I chose to leave the eyes white, because usually an eye is white and then it's got, it could have a different color inside, but I have mine just white and black, okay? Now, once I have that one done, this one has an X on it, so I don't color it. Just color it, skip it, then I would move down here, and then I would do the coloring on this one. So please check to make sure that the pattern is worked out. That's why I just put a light X on it, so you don't end up coloring 2 in a row. The only time that you're gonna have, the way that it works is that you're coloring on the diagonal, okay? You're not coloring those ones because then they'd be all in a row, okay? So I'll color more on this later. I want you guys to have enough work time to at least get the marker done, get it outlined, and it would be great if you're able to color 1 or 2 of these today. And when you're coloring them, they do need to be the same. So I would put the red on this trunk because the other one has a red trunk, where it's kind of like a dark pink. And since this one here has this reddish color for the ears, this one is also gonna match that. I'm going pretty fast. I don't want you to color this quickly. I'd like you to do probably an even more neat and careful job than I'm doing, okay? So it would be great if you have 1 or 2 of them colored, so at least know what your color story is gonna be today. All right, let's have fun working on these tessellations. Oh, at the end too, remember to save your shape. So just keep that tape so then you can tape it to the back to save your shape, and then we'll collect them, and then you can put all your materials away.